There are 6 questions that everyone should be asking their estate planning attorney when they go in to meet with them. Today, we're going to talk about those. Welcome back. The third question you should ask your estate planning attorney when you meet with him or her has to do with your trustee. Do you need one? And if so, who should you name as your trustee? The answer is absolutely yes. Every trust needs a trustee. Now, during your lifetime, most likely you are going to be your own trustee. But then we need a trustee to be named for after when you pass away so that they can go ahead and administer the trust according to your wishes for the benefit of the people you've chosen, your beneficiaries. Now, trustee is a very, 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 very important role. Now, obviously, during your lifetime, when you have a revocable trust, everything is for your own benefit so that you can buy, you can sell, you can do whatever you want for your assets. Now, after you pass away, the trustee is in charge of making sure that they do all of the things that you've wanted, the way that you've wanted as outlined within your trust. But they're very important because they're actually going to be the people who own title to your assets so that they can go and administer things the way that you want. Now, sometimes trusts terminate pretty soon after you pass away, but for the most part, most trusts are structured in such a way that they can potentially stretch on for years and years and years and years and years. And so it's important to have a trustee who you trust. Trust is the operative word in the word trustee because that person is going to have a lot of responsibility. They're also going to have a lot of leeway. And so you want to make sure that everything they're doing really and truly is for the benefit of your beneficiaries. Whether those are your children, your grandchildren, your siblings, your parents, whoever it is, you really want to make sure that that trustee is working in their best interest. Now, a lot of times people will name particular beneficiaries also as their trustees. So if you have children, let's say you've got 3 kids, a lot of times parents will name child A, child B, child C as the successor trustees in that particular order. That can be okay, but it really depends on the family dynamics. If you have kids who have been fighting since they were babies, things are not going to get better once you pass away. If anything, things are going to get worse because unfortunately death, while it can bring out the best in some of us, for the most part, it brings out the worst in many, many people. And with kids and with families, it's a lot of times it's the last opportunity for kids to figure out who mom and dad love the most. So if there's potential conflict with your kids, I do not typically recommend naming 1 or 2 of the kids as trustees and leaving the other ones out. In that case, it's really good to either have a close friend, someone who is financially savvy, someone who has their own financial picture together. You don't want to name someone who doesn't have their own financial affairs in order, all of a sudden in charge of your assets that are supposed to go for your loved ones. So you want to make sure that person is very financially savvy. And if you don't have someone who would be great for that role, another great option is an institutional trustee. Institutional trustees are professional trustees. They can be a professional fiduciary, an individual who can go and be the trustee of your trust. Or if you have significantly more assets, you can always pick a financial institution like a bank. A lot of times they have trustee departments to serve as the trustee of your trust. But to come back to the answer, yes, you absolutely need a trustee, and you really want to make sure that that person is someone you absolutely trust, whether that is a family member, a friend, or an institutional trustee or a fiduciary. Once again, my name is Pantea Fozouni with Palm Desert Law Group. If any of these things that we've talked about is hitting a nerve with you, or you have more questions about, or you want to discuss further, feel free to reach out to us. My contact information is on the bottom of the screen. I'm happy to help answer any questions that I can for people, as well as to help people shore up either the plans that they don't have or the plans that they have in place to make sure it really reflects everything that they want. So until next time.